Hi, thank you for listening to my pitch today and for this opportunity. We all know that Gen Z goes to the movies more than any other age group in our country, an average 6 times a year. So the question is, how do we get them to come into a movie? I'll give you one answer: make your movie about the 1990s. They love it, the culture, the music, the fashion, the vinyl, the cassettes, the CDs, you name it. So I'm bringing to you today a movie set in the 90s that I think will draw those audiences in. The movie is The Downlow. It's about a queer Latina street boss fighting to gain enough street cred to be in Tupac Shakur's posse while risking her life to keep her abusive relationship on the down low. It's inspired by the book Kristina with a K, A Rainbow Person's Journey from Addiction to Recovery, which I co-wrote with the real star of this movie. Kristina Padilla is the protagonist, and she wants very badly to up her game. She's already an Apex gang member. She's done everything there is to do, but she wants legitimacy. She wants power. She wants recognition, like she sees the people around her getting when they join one of the crews of these rappers that come through town. But she's got a huge obstacle. She is a gender fluid woman who is gay and is not out and is terrified of being outed. In addition to that, she'll go out on the streets and fight with anybody. She'll take any beating that anybody hands her. But behind closed doors, there's our antagonist, Chula, her big, ugly girlfriend who beats the shit out of her on the daily. So she's stuck in this situation that builds some irony and it builds some suspense and really carries the story onward. Her breaking point happens when she's raped by her drug dealer and goes to Chula for some sort of support. Instead, she gets a screwdriver to the abdomen. She goes home. Mom talks her into going to treatment. She enters treatment, and we follow through with Act Two, where we meet Jessica, a wonderful Aztec woman who's got her stuff together. They fall in love, move out after their treatment is over, but she relapses. It's over. She gets kicked out. She has to find her own way. She becomes a counselor, and she becomes a teacher for people wanting to become counselors who are in prison. But there's our antagonist. She's in prison, and Chula happens to be there, and her cellmate Brianna is in Kristina's class trying to chum up to her so that when she releases, she can do Chula's dirty work, which happens. When Brianna is released, she leads a crew to almost beat Kristina to death. Kristina goes into a hospital. She's there recovering for a couple of months, a real rocky sort of sense to this part of the movie. And she also rejects her friend from treatment, because fuck pity. She doesn't want that relationship while she's laying in a bed. She puts it together, goes back to work, and brings with her a shiv for Brianna to take care of Chula, which happens, R.I.P. Chula. Anyhow, the movie ends when Kristina is out at a reservation with her abuela, and she has to get dressed to go to a powwow. She has to decide whether she's going to wear a dress, which is impossible for her. But grandma brings in the men's regalia, and she decides to put that on. That signifies that she's okay with herself as a person with addiction. She's okay with herself as a gay and trans person, and she is okay with her ancestry. A wonderful ending to the movie. She also has no need for Tupac anymore, who happened to die during the movie because it was the early 90s. That's when he was killed. I've already started on packaging for this with me, Kristina, and a DJ from the day, DJ Linwood, who was one of the most popular DJs in LA at the time these rappers were coming up, and he has their contacts. By the time this movie hits theaters, we're going to have anti-wokeism will be dead. Audiences will be clamoring for LGBTQ heroes. So why don't we give them one? Thanks for listening.